Hey YouTube, what's going on? I am back with another video. How are y'all doing? I hope everybody is fine. I hope that y'all are doing good. Hope that y'all are doing well. Hope that you are blessed and that your family's blessed. I just want to talk to y'all real quick. I seen this post on Facebook maybe like a week ago from somebody that I know, and I decided to repost it. Um, it was said that in the post, it said just because you started later than others, it doesn't mean you failed. And I just want to talk real quick because a lot of times we see other people passing us or whatever you want to say, not passing us or whatever, they graduating from college, graduating from school, I'm high school, going to college, or getting jobs, good paying jobs, or they getting trades, or you know they getting apartments or getting a car or whatever, whatever it is that they may be getting. But I just want to tell y'all, you know don't look at what other people is doing. Pay attention and stay focused on what you're doing, because whenever you look and you pay attention to what everybody else is doing, you try to match up what they're doing with what you're doing. You try to match up their life to your life. So you say, well, they went and got their associate's degree, and then they went and got their masters, then they went and got their bachelors, then they went and got their PhD. I don't know if that's the order, but if somebody could tell me the order of that, but I think I'm on the right track. But you tend to look at how other people are living their lives and what's happening for them, and you tend to think that they're doing better than you, but in actuality, it's not that they're doing better than you. It's just that it's their time, it's their season, that God has predestined them to be able to do the things that they do. But it's just like you'll constantly sit there and compare everybody else's situation to yours. So like, you could just have an associate's, right? Somebody could have a bachelor's, or you could have a bachelor's. Somebody could have a master's. You have a master's, and you be like, well, this person got a PhD, or you may be still living at home with your parents, and somebody else may be just transitioning out of their parents' house, and they're on their way to living on their own, being a responsible adult, paying their bills, paying, the rent, buying their own food, you know, paying their own light bill, things like that. But we can't do that because we tend to always think that, you know, we're not doing enough, or we're not working hard enough. And a lot of times when we see people, getting blessed, that should motivate us, not to allow us to draw back, but to keep on going. Because how I look at it is, if this person can do that, I can do this over here. They may not be able to do that. I may not be able to do what they can do, but I could do what I know I can do. And I could probably do it better. Not saying that I'm better than them, but you're doing it in the way that you would do it for you. So just because you started later than others doesn't mean that you failed. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter, man, if you don't even have a high school diploma. Many people don't. But they went and they went back and they got their GED. It doesn't make you any less, because a GED is equivalent to a high school diploma. So it's like, you still got your diploma. You may not have graduated. You may not, you may have dropped out or whatever, but you still got your paper to show that you completed, the the subjects that you needed, to pass in order for you to get that high school diploma. You know, like with me, man. I remember when I was in high school, man, and I had to take my my regents over, you know, and I had started late. Basically, like I had all my classes, I had all my electives done, I had all my classes done pretty much. Only thing that was holding me back was the regents, and I kept I kept at it, man. You know, a lot of people that I knew already had graduated. They was going off to college. You know what I'm saying? They was going to trade school. You know, they was trying to be, their own entrepreneurs, whatever they were doing at that time. And I'm like, wow, everybody passing me, everybody, going up, and I feel like I'm just going down. But you know what? I still stuck at it. I still continued to take my regents until I passed it. And boy, was that a great time for me. Because it felt like I never would get to that point. But I thank God that I got to that point. I have, no matter what happens in my life, or no matter what has happened and transpired in my life, I have this never die, never quit type of attitude. So it don't matter if, people are passing me or whatever. I'm still going to do what I need to do in order to be where I need to be. That's one example for me. Another example is, I seen people getting a license. Now, I don't have my license as of yet, but I'm definitely working on it, and this is the year that I'm claiming it. I'm speaking it. I'm speaking those things that be not as though they were, as the Bible tells us to. And I know I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it in Jesus' name. I didn't have a license. People was getting a license. I didn't hate. I wasn't jealous. I wasn't none of that. I just sat back and I watched. I congratulated people. People was getting apartments. I was still living at home with my mother. I've been living with different people most of my life. It took me, I'm 27. I'm about to be 28 this year in August. It took me 26 years, to get my own place. Now I got my own place. It feel good. It feel great. Everybody else was getting apartments and stuff. And I was still living at home. And that could potentially, leave you in a state of jealousy. Not that you are jealous of that person, but it can lead to that, because you're like, man, ain't nothing working out for me. Nothing is happening for me. Everything I tried to do it, I failed at it. I just want to give up. But you see somebody else, doing the same, probably like the same thing. But you don't know what that person may have, gone through to maintain what they have. Yeah, you see them in that foreign car, but you don't know what they have to go through to maintain that car, to keep it up, pay the insurance, pay the maintenance, the upkeep of the car. You know what I'm saying? Pay the car note. You don't know. You see that person in a nice apartment, but you don't know what they're going through for that. But I just waited my turn, man. I started late. What would be considered late, just like, if you just now got on to learning how to save money, and you just now learned how to save it. You didn't fail, because you started later than others. Or let's say, for another example, you may not have kids. Some people don't want kids early on in their lives. They want to travel, they want to see the world, they want to meet new people, they want to go experience new things, they want to see new places. That's not everybody's desire to have kids, and that's okay. A lot of people don't want to have kids. They rather, enjoy life. They don't want to be, they don't want to have a great responsibility as that is being a parent to a child, because it no longer is about you, but everything that you do from now on, from when they're born, when they're toddlers, and when they get out of the toddler stage and they get into the the preteen stage, teenage years, and even grown adults, you're gonna be there for your child, no matter what. No matter how old they get, they still gonna ask you for help. They still gonna need you in some type of way or capacity. So that may not be everybody's, thing to do. Hey, I don't blame them. I don't regret having my daughter, but, I feel like, I could have I could have probably, waited. I mean, I waited as long as I could, I had her, what? She's 2 years old now. So I had her when I was 25. So, that's not bad, because there's a lot of people that I know that's in my age group and my age range that, have children, so, but now, I don't regret it because I could, I could take her places that I always wanted to go. I could take her places. Me and my wife, we could both take her places to places that we never been, that we never experienced yet. That we could take her, and she could, she could remember that. You know what I'm saying? We could take pictures. We could show her when she get older. Hey, this is what we did. We took you over here. We took you over there, so you could experience the best side of life. Just like another example, man. People get married later on in life, in their 30s and 40s and 50s, or even, later than that. It don't mean you failed. Everybody don't want to get married. Everybody does not want to be grouped up and lumped up in that same group where everybody's doing the same thing. Everybody don't want to be married, and that's okay. That's okay too. But people know what they want out of life. So, that's just basically what it boils down to, y'all. So you didn't fail, man. The only way you would have failed is if you say, you know what, I'm not doing this no more. You just totally give up and you never go back to it. But you got to be careful with that, because a lot of times we like to give up, and there are times where we're gonna feel that way. But you got to keep going. Whatever it is, your motivation, whether it's your children, whether is where you staying at, your environment, your neighborhood, your city, your town. Whatever your motivation is to get out and to go forward and get out and go out there and experience the world, that's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? If you got to write down your goals, especially, your long-term goals, if you got to write it down on a piece of paper and tape it to your wall in your bedroom, and you got to look at that every day, let that be the motivation, if nothing else. Let the fact that you want a better life for you, and if you have children or you have, a spouse, husband or wife, you know that you don't want to be in the same predicament every year, year after year, month after month, week after week. If you don't like your situation, then change it. But hey, y'all, that's all that I wanted to say. I probably could have said a lot more, but but this will help anybody that probably is thinking, hey man, Isaac, you know what? I failed, man. I tried at it, it didn't work, but I failed. Nah, just pick it back up again, man. You may have dropped out of college, man. That don't mean you failed. Everybody don't graduate college in 2 years. As far as community college is concerned, everybody don't graduate in a 4-year school in 4 years. That's just the projected time that you would graduate. If you stay on top of your schoolwork, if you stay on top of your assignments and things, and your grades. You don't let your grades slip. You don't be missing homework and stuff like that. That's just a projected day, but that doesn't mean that you're gonna graduate in that time. Just like in high school, that doesn't mean you're gonna be graduated and out in 4 years. It takes time. Even if you do an extra year or 2 years or whatever, they could call you a super senior all they want. Don't mean you fail, as long as you get back on it. So, I hope that this video finds somebody, and I hope that, that whoever may stumble upon this video, or that whoever may be, may look at this video even later, I hope that it finds you well, and I hope that it encourages you, you know what I'm saying? Because my YouTube, I want my YouTube channel to be authentic. I want it to be real, and I want it to reach the hearts and minds of the people that I'm talking to. I want my YouTube to be multicultural. I don't want to just be boxed in. I don't want to just be doing one thing and talking about one specific thing. I want to do everything. I'm doing everything, as you can see. But I hope that whoever stumbles upon this video, I hope that what I'm saying, it it does something to you, that you could think. You say, Isaac, I thought I failed, but because of what you said, just by seeing that, that post on Facebook, and you telling it to, the world, and you allowing what you have gone through to be able to be a help to somebody, I'm gonna go back to school, or I'm gonna do better on this year. I'm gonna be a better, steward over my finances, or you know, I'm gonna look to get my own place this year. Whatever it is that you going through, man. I'm telling you, it's only for a moment. Only for a moment. With men, nothing is possible, but with God, everything is possible. So, if you like this video, I definitely would love for you to like, comment, share, or subscribe, or even hit that notification button bell. So when I upload a video, that you can be notified of it. So hey man, that's all I wanted to say. And like I said, I hope this video finds you well. I hope that it encourages you and speaks to your heart, speaks to your soul, and it gets you thinking. So that's all I wanted to say, y'all. I'm out. Peace. God bless.